Alright, so this is what we got. We've got a broken MOJO Elite. Don't rub your broken MOJO Elite up against your soldering iron. It gets warm. This is remote powered. I lost the remote. So what we're doing is bypassing this so that way it'll work. Or it won't work. We'll find out. So what I've done is, I guess I should have started this video sooner. This is the motor for the MOJO. And it sits inside this hole some kind of way. Just like that. Okay, it sits inside here just like this. You had a negative wire leaving the motor going to the switch, not the switch, but the transponder, whatever the right word is, I don't know, for the remote control. Then you had another negative wire, another black wire, leaving the, we'll call it a transponder because I don't know, going to the battery. So what we're doing here is bypassing this. And then what we have is a negative wire that leaves straight from here, going directly to the switch that turns it on and off, and then 3 ways through the switch to the battery, to the motor, then to the battery. So first thing we're going to do is bypass the negative side of the switch by soldering these two together. And I just had my blade, here it is. And if I could stop dropping things, that would make it so much easier. Alright. So what we're going to do is, because slack is our friend, we're going to leave ourselves a good bit of it. This is probably not the right type of solder for this, but you know what? That's what we've got. And that was warm, don't touch that. Alright, then we're going to put our shrink wrap over it. So now the negative that's going to here, let's go ahead and snip it and stare at it to figure out what would be the best thing to do with it. I think the best thing to do with it would be to get another piece of shrink wrap. Cut it about here. Slide this over it. And just melt the stew out of it. To where now it's just melted shut. So now we do have a completed circuit. Now let's see if it works. Let's grab the battery, with fresh batteries of course. See, this is cool. This is cool. So let's go ahead. Shove this in there. And I'm assuming it just fits one way. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't stare at it that much before I pulled it apart. Oops. Okay. So, take this, stick it up in there. Cool, Uncle David. I don't know if you can see that. So these things are spinning. So that is how you bypass the transmitter from the remote of the Elite Series Mojo if you don't have the remote or something, this breaks. Now it's bypassed. Now we don't need a remote. But if I ever wanted to put a remote back, I know exactly what to do. But honestly, I don't think I'm worried about it. Alright, so we're going to reassemble it and see what it looks like. Alright, here we go. Now, this is not the right wings for this, but there we go. It spins. I have to get the correct wings for it, but this is not Elite wings, and this is an Elite teal. So there we go. She works. She spins. Once we get the right wings, we'll really have something going for her. So, alright, so if it ever happens to you, now you know how to do it. You just pop this plastic bit off. This, what we'll call it a bezel, those plastic bells that goes around. Fold the little rubber tail man out of his tail man suit. Bypass it. That's it. So, alright. Well, did not expect to do that today, but that happened, so there we go. Alright, well look, y'all stick around. We'll have more coming. Y'all have a good one, alright?